We can pick up the kobold conversation after session.
Yes, we can.
We apologize, guys. I don't know what happened. There's just a random outage for the internet, but we are back. So...
I feel sorry for everyone in chat who missed the kobold conversation.
It was probably a super great conversation, guys. I don't know. But...
Yes, even the DM didn't hear it.
Did you have a decision on if you were going to join Amy with converting the money or no?
Yes, I will join Amy.
Okay, so between the...
Boland's foot was very persuasive.
Apparently. So, with that, and of course, I remember Umi was volunteering to go. It's just gonna be a girls' trip to Calquette.
Whoa, girls' trip!
Woo!
You ladies have a good time. Try not to be too excited without us.
So, stepping through the botanical rift is just... It's like transporting through a whole different plane where you're being washed of basically anything and everything that you feel as a discomfort is just completely swept away by everything and just instant. But by the time it calms down, you're then hit with the stormy winds blowing through from this little outposty island where it's just very dull. There are just wooden houses, a lot of transport homes, there are a lot of mailing outposts and like a few short banks, but it is just a very quaint little island with nothing going on. Although it's very windy and beginning to show signs of a drizzle of rain, everybody's just walking around like, man, I really just gotta get home, make some good old mac and cheese. Man, I gotta get home, I gotta see if there's something on the news report. I gotta get home. I gotta avoid my kids. So, ladies, from this very basic, very uninspiring island, what are we thinking? Because you're looking around, it's got trees, it's got wooden cabin-like homes, it's got mailing posts, it's got basic amenities. But what are we thinking just being here? In the words of Roz from Monsters, Inc., your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Wait, what?
I was asking, what are you guys thinking from this island you just came to from the Botanical Rift? Like, it's very dry and very basic. It's very windy with light rain. There's not a lot going on.
Man, this is boring.
I'm glad we stay behind.
It's a quaint town, and it's heckin' windy.
It's heckin' windy.
I feel like I feel like I'm in fucking Gotham here. Whatever that is.
But as you guys are just looking around, there's not a lot going on in Calicut. It's just a bunch of people where they're milling about. There's just a few people that are still out there like, hey Frank, hey George. So you get any mail? Hey, no. You got any mail? Hey, I got a coupon for some groceries. Got a coupon for groceries? Yeah. Any like particular items of groceries like cheese or vegetables or meats? Nope, just groceries. How the fuck you get coupons for just groceries? Well, you see, I did this whole sweepstakes thing, and then they just said, "Hey, we're gonna give you some discount for groceries," but they didn't say what kind of groceries. No, they just said groceries. How the fuck you get coupons for just all groceries? No, I'm just saying it just says groceries. I can show you the coupon right here. Wait, 35% off grocery. How the fuck? It just says groceries. Yes. How the fuck? Who gave you this? Hey, some guy works for Martine Williams. He seems trustworthy. I'm gonna go to the bar. That's the most lively conversation you guys are hearing.
The magic coupon.
35% off groceries. No specification, just groceries. Meanwhile, Umi's just staring like, this isn't very fun.
It doesn't help, it's kind of gloomy.
Anywho, I'm not gonna make you guys do a perception check for this because it's very light out here for anything and everything. There are just 3 banks here. One for the Goblin Parliament, one for the Dwarven Assembly, and one for the Hell Banks. So the choice is yours.
You ever get that feeling that you just dodged a bullet?
Ever get that feeling, well, shut the fuck up?
But what bank you guys going to for this exchange? Because I remember you guys were talking about goblins or dwarves, so...
I think we decided to go with the dwarves.
Okay. Alright. I'll go to the
I
dwarven
don't
bank.
remember.
I mean, yeah, you can clarify with everyone above table if it helps.
Oh, I'm trying to remember myself. God damn. We should have wrote it down.
We were mainly thinking about dwarves because of how they end up handling the economy before everything goes weird in the future.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We chose them because they've got a really screwed up economic system that basically gives us a shit ton more money than we need.
You alright there, Dan?
Yeah, just a token.
Okay. Perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, go with dwarves.
Alright, you're going to the bank for the Dwarven Assembly. So, walking through here, it goes from being a windy service to all of a sudden getting a colorful cast of characters that I remember you guys said that you wanted to debut in this bank talking to the dwarves.
Oh shit!
Where the person at the front of the line is an elderly woman, kind of like with some small wisps coming off of her, just having a conversation with one of the dwarves, just like, look, ma'am, we gave you the copper bills that you asked for. Can you please move out of the line?
Are you sure they're all there, dearie?
I gave you all of the copper bills that were requested on the slip. It's in the envelope.
She just slowly looks at the slip, but is adjusting her glasses. Okay. And then she just like opens up her little change purse and stuffs all the bills in there. And then gives him a button.
Thank you for the button, ma'am, and thank you for coming towards the First National Dwarven Bank. We appreciate your service.
And she just disappears.
What the... Anyone else just see an old lady in here? You there?
Are you sure she was alive?
I don't know. I don't know. You, sir, in the hoodie, did you see the old lady?
Oh, sorry, are you, speaking to me?
I don't see another guy with a hood on his head. Did you see an old woman? She left this button. It's a wisteria button.
A wisteria button. Oh, well, maybe if she was a few years younger, I would have noticed her.
Okay, age sis. Welcome to the First National Dwarven Bank. How may I help you?
Oh, I just need to deposit my earnings from my last performance. And he'll just take out a wallet. It's full of nothing but single gold bills.
Okay. Just puts on a glove to then just gingerly slide it over. Types on some small little stones that are connected to nothing to then open up a small little slip on the counter, then just gingerly slide it down the slip. Will that be all, sir?
Yes, that will be all. Thank you so much for your assistance.
No problem. No problem. God, that guy looks so nasty. Takes off the glove.
You say something?
No, nothing. Have a good day, sir.
Displaces purse. He turns, and does he notice the ladies walking in?
You tell me.
Well, if they're at the entrance, then yeah, I guess he's going to cross by them. So he's going to look over at Ametista, Dees, and Snow, and he'll be like, "Oh, hello, and hello, ladies. It's a fine day to meet you. Please welcome to the bank."
Ametista just looks unamused.
Of all the times for D's not to have the thanks but I'm gay button.
Yeah, Dees really needs to get one of those.
I think Dees is the thanks, but I'm gay button. It's just press the top of her head and she says it.
I mean, you think with the neon pink hair now, with the pink eyes and pink nails, it'd be like, maybe she's gay, but maybe she's also into dudes.
Or maybe this character has an appreciation for all forms beautiful.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But, after that, there's just the ringing of the bell from, Well, Fluff, how did you describe the chaotic woman again? The matriarch for this hellscape of a generational pool you want to make?
I can't.
You made her. She's your responsibility.
I know. As is just this very short woman who, on the surface, looks like a goblin until you notice a very thin set of horns just protruding. He's just kind of like, "Hello? Can I get some service down here?"
The poor dwarf has to look around before looking over to see just how short you are. Hello, welcome to the First National Dwarven Bank. How may I help you?
Hi, hon. Just want to withdraw a few things from a few different accounts, if you don't mind.
Okay.
As she just starts taking out various purses and wallets that are of different meshes and different designs. And just like, again, just swiftly is just pulling out various cards. I just need all of these. I need to close these accounts.
You can take it over at window number 8.
Gotta win that. Can't you just...
You can take it over at window number 8, ma'am.
No good service in this decade. As she just starts shifting it over and interrupts the current person in transaction and just takes their card. Okay, so I need to draw all of these. As it just becomes a muffle.
So just constantly shoplifting and fucking stealing other people's shit.
Identity theft.
This was a impish Hellborn character I've had in my mind for years now.
My character's just watching this with a massive smile on his face. He's just amused.
So,
This has been a little gremlin in my head for too long.
So after you're seeing
What
the
happens when
line
it's out?
dissipating more and more, Amy, Deez, Umi, you're finally at the window with the most tired-looking dwarven man. Like, you are seeing a man that hates his job so much. He has just the most worn-out smiley face on his overalls, and just the bags under his eyes have bags that are crying. Welcome to the First National Dwarven Bank for the Dwarven Assembly, where our motto is, we have money. How may I help you?
Not for long if this chaotic character gets what they want.
I'm dying inside. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I'm also dying inside.
We're all secretly laughing.
I wish I could laugh right now, but I can't. Hi, we'd like to convert all these into bills.
He looks at the giant sled that you guys have brought in. Okay. 1 second. You then see him press a button where everybody in the bank is basically ejected except for the three of you. Just Like they're sent jettison out from the roof before they hit another button to have the roof close back up. The tired expression gets slapped away by their own face. They be like, "So, I smell a lot of old money. You want to do some business? You want to do some kind of sly stuff? You really want to stick it to the Goblin Parliament down the way? We can help you with that."
That escalated quickly.
You then just see his nose is twitching because the aroma from the Agrononian money is starting to make him feel more and more energized from just your gesture to it. Imagine if you open it to show the money. But up to you guys, though. What do you want to do with this?
Why do I imagine him literally, fucking drooling?
He's not drooling yet.
Yet being the operative word here.
So you're gonna stand there and admire how pretty I look? You're gonna show it money.
He just, like, blinks slowly and then opens it up and be like, here you go.
The moment you guys are opening up all of these gold, silver, and copper pieces is the moment that instead of just one dwarf, there are now 50 dwarves coming out of nowhere, just now huddled around. Even to the point where one of them just almost tossed these to the side to then look into the barrels and crates, just sniffing it very vigorously. Where finally the one at the counter is just like, okay, ladies, let's do some business. Just now getting younger from the scent of money. Let's do some very creative business here. So, how much money do you need? How much money are you looking for? And do you mind that all of the money has been stolen from the Goblin Bank next door? Well, not really next door, but you know what I mean.
Do I look like I care?
I like you. Let's do some business. And all of a sudden,
And she just looks over at these. It's like, was that okay for me to even say? Would you like? Do you care if I said this?
Dees just kind of shrugs.
And y'all gave my character the side eye, and yet you're totally accepting this guy?
We have no choice.
We have choices.
within just
It's just
4
not.
claps, just all of a sudden the 50 dwarves that were huddled around are now just ripping apart the crates and barrels like fiends or like the birds from that Alfred Hitchcock movie to then just snatch up every piece left and right. They're in such a frenzy, you don't even notice that they also ripped apart the sled that you had, and poor Umi's now just sitting on the floor like, huh? What happened?
Poor Umi lost her sled.
To where, as soon as they're done, he's now just tenting his fingers, looking at you where his eyes are shifting from a dull, full-blown black, no iris, no nothing, into a ring of gold and silver. Then just be, so I must ask, before we finish this transaction for now, where did you come across such delectable pieces from the Age of Agadon? Getting money like this is hard to come by. The conversion rate that we're going to be needing for this bank here, you just made our day. Where'd you get it?
He wouldn't believe you even if you did tell him.
Yeah. Just being your typical adventurer.
Make a deception check.
It's not a lie, though.
I mean,
Hold on, I need to get it on D&D Beyond real quick.
oh god, we have to roll dice all of a sudden? What is this, a tabletop?
What do you mean I can't have a cheesecake at my Forever 21?
Will this stop? Come on. Well, I never you gotta keep in mind, I never logged in on my computer.
It's fine.
Okay, here she is. And you said deception?
Deception. Disgrace.
Lie to her.
13?
13. He hears it, but at the same time is like, or you can tell me the full story.
Got trapped somewhere in something on an old ship.
Oh. That's even more interesting. But client privilege, I'll keep that part secret. So, and then after doing 2 more claps, you guys will be receiving this much money that I will be typing to you guys privately. So, give me just one moment where you guys can...
Oh yeah, we're going to be making it, and we're also going to be putting it into a different account for the...
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to open up an account.
Yeah.
Are you opening
This
an
is over
account?
table. I'm trying to. I'm going back to like my memories.
Perfect. Okay, from what I remember how long ago this money actually stems from during the Age of Agrinon for that king in particular, yeah, the conversion rate for what they're doing is astronomical.
I'm totally not in the middle of turning Vlad from Sims 4 into a freaking chick. Totally not.
Totally not, but it's fine. That's what it's been converted into from the Dwarven Assembly.
Holy free monkey tits. And now they'll never tell us.
So, what are we doing now? Are you just going to be leaving out here? Are we doing more business? We would like to know.
Well, we do like to open a account.
With all of this?
Do I look like I have 3 heads?
I'm just trying to get clarity. As you start to now see that there is drool forming from the gold, copper, and silver pieces they have now. God damn it, Anne! Oh, God damn it. But Yeah, he's just trying to ascertain if you guys are gonna use the money you just transferred into an account with them.
Yes.
Okay. Put it in the vault, boys! Where it's just a bunch of people now taking the money back into a vault to then... You just see him chisel out a stone card to give back to you that just only has a single rune that translates into money. Like, that's the only thing they're giving you for the first National Dwarven Bank.
How much money? You won't know.
Thank you for your considerable business, but now, as he just waves his hand in front of his face, he's now back to the same saddest looking guy with the dilapidated smiley sticker of, you guys can leave now. Bring the sad shits back into the bank. As like, now just two different dwarves are going towards the bank to open the door, where everyone's like, I landed in a tree. I landed on a guy that landed in a tree. I landed on my face.
I landed just fine.
No one cares,
I gotta-
you pervert.
I got a bunch more money now.
Wait, who stole my wallet?
You just hear just the little granny giggling in the tree. No other reason. She's just giggling because, like, she's like, yeah, no, bitch, you all suck. I am the one that's in the tree now, motherfucker. This is my tree.
The tree
And
just,
it's just a raccoon-looking lady right now.
that tree will disappear by day's end.
Fucking Tanukis, man.
Oh, you think she's a Tanuki?
I hope she's a Tanuki.
I
She's
know
not.
she's not, but I would love
Aw.
it if it was.
So would I. Be awesome.
But since you guys,
There's a reason why she's not.
I know, but still, I just love.
I'm telling Strider.
Okay.
Oh.
But now that you guys concluded the stuff with the bank, if memory serves from last session, so that I can also keep Anne up to pace, you guys were going to try to buy some land from the nearby island?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would want to make a perception check to see if you guys could find, like, any place to buy an island?
I'll give it a try.
Okay. Although, while I'm waiting for that, and what is Deeze's perception with the Wavemaker build again?
That's observation, right?
Yes, it is.
8.
Oh yeah, it's a +8 for you. God
Yeah.
damn.
There's a reason why they have a 1,000-yard stare.
If you succeed 2 more times, that's an instant mastery.
This 1,000-yard stare can see every.
Hawk's jealous of her eyesight.
Like, what's that superior vision thing? Like, 2010 eyesight? Is that the myth? Like, the sight that's better than 2020, 2010?
I have no idea. I know I don't have that, whatever it is.
I sure as fuck don't. I am slowly going blind.
It would be 2010.
Oh, thank you. but what's the results there, Snow?
14.
14. Yeah, I won't list that as a failure. That's like middle of the way. Umi's able to point out that there's a possible location south from where you guys are that's by a rock formation. It's just a possibility.
Can I double check that possibility?
Okay, miss, I have a +8 in observation. Go ahead.
Oh.
When he does a check, then Amatista just struts and it's like, yeah.
15.
Still middle of the way. That's not a success or failure where you're like, yep, I am 70% sure Umi's right.
What is observation?
That's perception.
$13.
Yeah, you guys are like, we are 70% sure south is the correct way to go. Like, 70% sure. 30% margin of error. Just 70%. So you guys do, in fact, go southward, where, again, I say middle of the way because it wasn't right or wrong. It's just there are 3 different places open. There is a traveling boutique / hut. There is a business center hut / kiosk. And then there is the property ownership lodge. That's why it's middle of the way, because you guys were seeing these buildings, but wasn't really sure about which one was which. So no successes or failures. But I'm assuming you guys are just gonna be like, okay, good enough, and go to the property place, right?
What? And not properly look?
Okay, I was just saying.
Assumptions.
I know, how dare I?
They make asses out of you and me.
So where are you guys going, per se?
Well, I would like to just, I'm trying to think of what is it that I was going to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to look around to see like which island would be perfect.
Okay, so going into the property lodge, there's like a few different brochures to look through, like for the sister islands that you guys know. For Din, Kin, and Sin, there is Jin, there is Rin, and there is Min. I will type those in just in case for what is available of Rin, Jin, and Min for availability for those. That's just for the approximation from what you guys know from Murdani, but this is also from a few different islands that you guys didn't know were actually near you, where The island closest to you guys would be, if I remember, it was Jin. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong because it's been 2 weeks.
It was Jin.
Okay. Aside from that, Rin is closer to Din, aka the haunted island, where you guys put a house there for Grandma and Grandpa if you ever wanted them nearby. And Min is close to Sin, the Battle Royale island. But that's just from a property on that whole standpoint. More recently, there are different locales opening up, like, for some strange reason that I can't quite remember, as if I had like a whole fuzzy feeling in my head, but apparently Shepherd's Cradle is open to be bought by some mysterious reason. It's almost like a disaster happened to make it available for purchase, but I could be wrong. But I digress.
Wait. Shepherd's Cradle.
Apparently, for reasons I just plain old forgot, it's now open to be sold. I done plumb forgot. But after that, there are at least 3 more islands that are currently uncovered that are for sale. But it's a little bit tricky. So there is this one island that's been rediscovered. It's called Rorsch. That's the way it is spelled. I'm putting it in chat first. Rorsch used to be a hotbed island, said to be one of the many islands that artificers used to exist on. The problem is, from its rediscovery, they say that robotic society has taken it over and organics are not really allowed on it. Aside from Rorsch, there is the island known as Nightbird. It is not translated from anything. It is just called Nightbird. Nightbird is actually an island that crash-landed roughly during the mid-section of Age of Agrenon. They say it crash-landed from one of the original Sky Islands, but no one is brave enough to check because there are a few monsters on the island that people can't identify. They've sent monsters from classic eras that did not last long. Even the world's oldest and strongest beholder was never seen again going on the island of Nightbird. And last but not least, there is the island known as Nessus, which I will type up right there. It's a brand new island. Like, it's just brand new. There is no wildlife there. There is not a lot to it. The problem is, it is impossible to find by land, by sea, or by air. The coordinates make no sense. No one knows why. So, for that full-blown thing, those are the 7 islands up for sale. There is Rin, there is Jin, there is Min, there is Shepherd's Cradle, There is Rorsch, Nightbird, and Nessus. And if it helps to do it above table, or above table to talk all this out, you guys can. I'm not going to stop you guys from talking as a team because this involves all the player characters before going back to it being an Ametista, D's, and Umi decision. The choice is yours.
I mean, the last one sounded like it couldn't be found, so I'm kind of gravitating towards that one. But on the other hand, it might be difficult for us to find it then.
I'm kind of on the same idea, because if it's hard to find, there has to be a reason for it. And if we can use that to our advantage, it might be a good, actual, like, permanent hideout for all the things we're trying to store. If
Actually,
we can use it,
I just realized that it might not actually be a bit of a problem, because if it's got greenery, we can just use the same teleportation method they all use to get there to get on that island. Provided it's got greenery.
Yeah, assuming it has greenery and the leyline magics aren't disrupted in any way.
I mean, if it doesn't have greenery, but it does, the ley lines do work, we could always plant a tree.
That's true.
If life can sustain.
I mean, you just bring a pot of decent soil.
A singular greenhouse for a tree.
Only reason I make mention if it's possible because the Storm Giants area can't sustain that kind of life as far as we know. So I'm just using that as like a loose example.
That's fair. But then again, we also have the money to completely change the what would it be? Topical environment? Topography. There we go. This is to sustain life. Be it greenhouses or cloud seeding, whatever.
Yeah. Again, the main thing I'm just curious about or worried about, again, is just the mystery behind it before we start terraforming. If, again, we go with this island.
That's the only one that really jumps out at me. The other ones, while perfectly reasonable choices, have nothing interesting about them.
The only other one that speaks out to me is the one with the robots, but at the same time, more all fleshy.
Do you really want to compete with robots?
No, but again...
I personally wanted leaning towards Shepherd's Cradle for a reason, and that's because I want to find out why it's being sold all of a sudden.
We did fling out the idea that we could potentially buy more than one property. So who's to say that we can't afford 2 islands? I mean,
yeah, and if there's a good
y'all
reason
see
why,
what we got.
Yeah, and if there is a good, if there is a good reason as to why it's now all of a sudden for sale, we could always do something with it later.
Maybe it's even possible. Maybe it's even possible to make amends and make it more habitable from the god that was wounded.
You know what? I'm with Shepherd's Cradle as well. And besides, that sounds like something Ametista would push towards anyways. And since she's the one who's actually at the transaction table.
Yeah.
All she has to do now is convince Deez and Umi to go along with it, which, honestly, let's face it, that won't be hard. Captain says we're buying this island. You've bought the island.
Actually, I want to hear what Deez would be thinking about these properties. I say it because although Laurel brought up a good point about Shepherd's Cradle, I'm remembering the more I'm sitting back about when we were talking about grief before. A part of that, from what I do remember, is Dee's still has a lot of grief for a lot of different islands. Shepherd's Cradle is one of them. That's why I'm interested. So, and what are Dee's thoughts with this? When one of your in-laws wants you to watch them play Super Mario RPG and you're like, I can't, I'm busy.
Situation literally no one else has ever had.
There's always a possibility.
It's Super Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I've already watched one of my siblings and their spouses play the original. I think they're gonna be fine without me being like, you're amazing! We know, little bro. You can go back to what you're doing. Okay!
You can press that A button before Mario jumps on their heads. Astonishing! Or is that the 1,000-year door?
That's 1,000-Year Door, good buddy.
Dang it!
But, do you got anything, Anne, or are you, like, struggling?
See, I'm remembering back to to the whole Shepherd's Cradle thing. Say Shepherd's Cradle is the one that we're probably the most familiar with.
It's okay, Anne.
Sorry.
It's okay. I give you head pat. I applaud the effort.
Big old mix. It's a mix of very complex emotions.
Basically. So, as you guys are looking through the brochure, there's just... It's just a lady sitting at a desk, just flipping through a book. Like, you can tell she's reading, but she's a speed reader. Just flipping through it very casually, going from sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, to then just flip through faster than you know. Or it's up to you guys if you want to approach now or give it a minute.
Approach now.
Okay. Just as soon as you guys move one footstep, you see her stop. And just put a bookmark in where as she's closing it, she's just 3/4 of the way through her book. Just now straightening herself up, be presentable, hands being professionally laid on the desk to then greet you guys, where she looks human, but that's it. She just looks human. That's all I'm gonna say. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the property lodge here on Calquette's, one of our more relaxed and subdued locations. How are you doing today? My name is Rosa. R-O-S with the A, but I want to make it so very sassy with the R. So how can I help you today? What are you buying? I need to know.
Give me a second. I was chewing on something. Okay, over table, are we just going with Shepherd's Cradle for the time being, or are we going to buy more than one?
I mean, we should prioritize Shepherd's Cradle first, and then if we could buy the second one, we go for the one that doesn't have a narrowed down location.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are interested in buying Shepherd's Cradle.
Shepherd's Cradle, ooh, that's a dangerous buy.
There's a personal reason with our group why.
I'm not here
But
for a life
can I
story, but okay. What you need to
You
know.
at least know what had happened down there, besides obviously the rebuilding.
Well, it's not really a rebuilding. There was like a few different problems where originally it was gonna be fine. But then we heard some rumors about how some guy in a white mask, kind of dressed like a retired pimp that also runs a carnival, brought in some fire half-genes that did not agree with the topography because, lo and behold, a dominion that belongs to the god of volcanoes and lava of Kaima is not able to make a sustainable place that actually has half fire genes because it makes his volcanoes go extra volatile. Made it very, very crazy. A lot of people were starting to die, mommy. It was starting to be terrible, right? But then all of a sudden, right when we finally had it calm down, when the newspaper did their whole thing, I think it's in today's paper. That was actually just a while ago. It kind of calmed down, like, I think a couple of weeks back. Something like a couple of weeks back, right? But then all of a sudden, there was this group of people calling themselves the Brood, yeah? The Brood decided to do some kind of craziness where the only thing people heard was they were bringing over a certain kind of dead body. A dead body unlike anything else. Like, they left pieces everywhere to then cause something where Kaima went ballistic, mommy. It went crazy. Some say his two dragon familiars were going on a rampage so bad that by the time they were finished, one of them got critically injured, the other one almost got sold. But no one knows why the Brood did it, mommy. It was crazy.
Like, obviously to her it would not make any difference, but like to the group, I'm just going to describe Amatista's face expression. Her like calm demeanor, her eyes, like her face appears calm, but her eyes went through like 5 stages of grief, but it rests with anger being the last, not acceptance. Because in a way, she's silently blaming herself for, again, something that she had no control over. Because she has actually met the dragons and has met Kaima. So that's where it's like hitting harder to hear this. But she's kind of glad she's hearing this.
Anyway, though, if you're trying to buy it, we can make a whole deal. What's your budget? Because if you're gonna try to do some stuff with a house, with some storage or anything, that's gonna run you a good 80 some mil for platinum, several mil for gold, several mil for copper and silver. It's gonna take a lot of money for all that kind of property stuff. It's a very, very hot, literally, not metaphorically, kind of commodity from how volatile it's been for a customer basis. Like, I remember there was some kind of wedding there, but most people kept reporting how some horny satyr kind of made stuff into a problem with some masked guy nearly killing the guest of some high profile people. And then, of course, there was the whole thing about how that group with the sexy angel and the bird lady with the owl face and the goblin, kind of like your friend there, but she had brown hair and yellow eyes. They were involved. What was that group's name? The consortium of 1,000 asses. No, the coalition of 1,000 whispers. Something like that.
I think it was the juices of 200 names.
I was gonna say it was definitely something thick.
Ignore Barry in background. He is trying to start some shit right now. But it don't matter what their name is. It has a lot of bad history. This island, baby. This island is crazy, mommy. We do not know. It's just impossible to get ownership. So that's just the whole bracket.
Try to get a discount. Try to get a discount.
How would you want me to get a freaking discount there, Shep?
I mean, look, if it's a property with really bad history and nobody's buying, have them drop the price to make it more enticing. Persuasion roll. I mean, it's why they cut prices for haunted houses and shit like that.
Due to a lot of drama on the island, we would have to do probably a lot more work than what it's asking for.
Give me a second.
More reason they should cut us a deal.
Give me a second before you guys do anything, because I'm letting you guys know this in advance. Because I know with Rosa, she's going to be a little bit crazy, but this is just the whole thing. If you guys buy it with what she's saying currently, that's what you'll be left with.
Yeah, that's what my math worked out to.
And that's if we just buy the island itself, right?
If you just buy it out yourself so you can do renovations, being able to go out to talk to Kaima himself, get everything set up, you'd still have that as the group fund. Nothing else would touch the group fund because you still have that left over.
Okay. But I still want to say, like, definitely we'll try to see about getting her to drop it down, considering there is so much trauma to it, and how we would have to build our own security in a way which could it's not like we also have dragons to also keep Kaima company, if Kaima as well. Like, we have eggs that we found, and there's dragons still on there, is what you're saying. They're still there.
Basically, yeah.
Oh God,
So,
I see where you're going with this.
and Amatista does have a dragon egg that she wants to, a baby dragon she would consider her child, but if there is a way to make it so there is also even new blood that can be there to help make it a little easier, because let's face it, those dragons been there for pretty much as long as Kaima's been on that island, if not longer. Because they went through a lot of shit, and the best way to make sure this island doesn't get any more bad trauma is not only buying it out, doing what we need to do, but also setting up a more strict security system. That way, if like no one can go there and try to have like a wedding. We're not having that again. But also, it makes it highly impossible for people to try to sneak on there to harm Kaima and harm those dragons.
I don't know what Laurel is saying. It's also possible that it can also appease what Volan's been kind of been against, where if the dragons are raising them alongside with us, it could make it a lot easier for him to accept it.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd have a lot easier sense of time with it. It's like, okay, there are other dragons here, but we all also having input to the ones that we personally want to raise.
Like, we're going to be there to pretty much... it gives them also a chance to be parental figures, if they've been wanting that. But also, it helps boost a new generation of dragons that majority of them been clearly, like, the pure, just regular dragons almost been hunted down to extinction still. Like, yes, there is dragonborns, but those are different from regular dragons.
And it could possibly be a way to help Kaima be on a better side with the veterans who are there for the three. Well, for the new bloods. It could be an easier time to get us in.
And if anything, Umtis is going to make sure she has help with Volan for this, is set up a way for any runes cannot be even done on that island. Because that's her major thing that she regrets happening, was not bringing up the runes, even though it's not her fault why she didn't bring them up. She was literally passed the fuck out. She would have brought it up to Kaima if she was not passed out.
And it's possibly also a chance for both Dees, Amatista, and later on Bello, when he returns from his solo mission, to finally have some closure to what has happened there.
Yeah.
So it would help with a lot of the trauma they've experienced lately, and everything else. But yeah, I'm down for this venture.
I'm just typing up Kaima's dragons for the people that don't know. Those are their names.
Ooh.
How do you pronounce the one that's... How do you pronounce their names?
Galahad and Mustafa.
Mustafa is the one that I'm like, oh, okay, that one sounds like Mufasa. I can easily remember that.
Galahad's the eldest. You guys met him when you used to have the satyr who would shift into a dragon form. And Mustafa's the youngest. Galahad's the one that's in critical condition. Mustafa was almost imprisoned.
Yep. And it's taking... Okay, so we're going to try to, like... How low do you think we can... You guys think we can try to get this done at? Like, percentage-wise.
Get a high enough persuasion and find out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shoot
Yeah.
for half, roll your persuasion, and see what their counter is.
You can also see who has the highest mod to be like the most persuasive, and possibly have someone try and back them up to maybe give the help action to.
I have a +6 in persuasion. What does everyone else have?
I want to have faith in D's, but I know for Anne, she's never done anything with persuasion, as far as I remember.
+4.
I believe in the person who believes in D's.
I'm looking for Snow since I.
You're in control of Snow's sheet right now.
Occasionally, I just have access to at least one form of it. It would be a 3. Since I know Snow's usually busy on the background.
Okay, so I still have both my mulligans, so I can, if need be, I will use one of them.
Okay.
Just remember that your open negotiation should be unreasonable. You want to hear their counter before you work.
That and if again, this is just me putting this out there. If Dees wants to pull out the gobliness from their side, they can use it as like I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Don't mind me, actually.
So basically what you're saying, Fluff, is you'd want D's to use her background as a benefit this one time.
That is up to Anne, but again, it's like that is heavily up to Anne if they want to use that leverage. If that even benefits it.
Or counterpoint, just fucking do it.
Let's hear what the
I mean,
dice say
ever
first.
since she married Candace, does she regain a sense of nobility or no?
No. There is no hobgoblin nobility, and everyone thinks Dees is dead. That nobility title is just in name alone. If she were to be like, I'm alive! Oh, that's nice. This is a Starbucks.
Or Anne can bullshit a
Even
new
with-
goblin.
This is why she stays an adventurer with us.
Anyways, so the negotiation, the price is like 80 platinum,
So from
like 80 mil plat.
Yeah, from what I was showing about what would be reduced, it would be 80 million platinum just being lost, 40 million gold lost, 19 million silver, and 19 million copper lost.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to word this with Amethysta. So you're saying with all this trauma, it's still worth 80 million platinum?
Yeah.
Haunted Islands probably get a lot less.
Oh no, mommy, no. Haunted Islands actually go for twice this price. Do you know how many people want to have phantasms as neighbors or as people to kind of scare the kids when it's time for the autumn solstice festivals and even for the autumn candy gatherings? Ooh, everybody wants to get in high demand, especially during the fall months.
But still, with all the bad tastes and hard getting new ownership of the island,
It comes with its
why not
own,
drop the price?
It comes with its own pre-assigned guardian deity and protect the beast. That's high in quality enough despite what's happened. Plus the publicity of it being visited by some legendary heroes that I don't even really remember, but apparently were a big deal. Not just them, but people competing in the Blacklist tournament And then she's just bringing out the newspaper to point out the brood that are in a photo fighting off against the Nevermores and the Zodiac Company. With that kind
Who also tried caging one of the protectors.
Oh, no, mami, no. They did not cage. They left the dead body parts to cause something. They did not say what, but they caused something. That was not
I'm
them.
going to... Well, I'm going to say this. That doesn't sound like it, if anything, is going to help the deity or the guardians out at all, because most people would probably do is try to use it to add more weddings or some other bullshit.
Even still, this is just what the entire organization makes me put up our listings. I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. That's the borderline price. That's what we're doing. For what you want to say next, what was the result for your persuasion check?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
I purposely did not roll it yet.
Alright.
I used my mulligan, I got a 23.
23.
Oh, she cooking.
What do you say that's persuasive?
Well, there's a chance I can easily do is make it completely secured. And help the dragons out. But I think you can drop it down to at least probably, I would say 30%.
Oh, mommy, you cute. You cute. I'll shave off 5 million on across the board for all 4.
Okay, over table, does that sound better?
I mean, it is better. It's just that we're dealing with such high and ridiculous numbers and we don't know what it's going to cost for the renovations.
No, renovations are included when you buy it out originally. That was still the point.
Okay, well, okay,
Do
then
you
that
want
means
me
that we're
to get
walking
rid of the
away.
renovations?
No, because we still got to pay for that at the end of the day. Honestly, with that included with the 5 million off, that means we've got 10 million, 10 million, 5 million, 5 million respectively, or 6 million, 6 million respectively.
It's not bad, especially since again there is history to a degree with the Protector Guardians and the God, which would have been a step that we would have had to hurdle in a different way. Would have been one that we personally knew if they even wanted to. So we are skipping a few steps, but may need to just back up this deity to gain benefits like we did Umasos.
Also, if we try to knock off even more,
kind of have a foot in the door in a sense, because again, Kaima does know Ametista in D's and Bello when he does return, but at the same time, the only one that got the cool factor out of the vets are Bello, and that's because of the fact is Kaima did put blame on both D's and Ametista about what had happened with the runes.
To be fair for Kaima, he doesn't know that D's didn't have her say with her mentor rippling with the runes. So that is just kind of like he missed the most crucial part. He may be a god, like every other god you guys have met, but you're also seeing that they don't purposely use omnipotence because they don't want to.
Yeah.
They seem to enjoy being flawed to make them more personal, right?
Yes, and I explain it like this for people being like, well, they're just like D&D gods. No.
No.
They purposely learn...
No, they want to be treated more like... They know they are more than an equal, but they wanted to be treated with actual respect that is earned.
That's the reason I wrote them like that, because going through everything from 3rd edition onward, it's like they want to be more perfect, and I hated that, which is why whenever I made gods, I don't do that. It's why they've learned from the people of the other part of the multiverse, before it was split, what not to do. It's why magic has more freedom, while religions can do whatever they feel like without actually getting their gods involved. Why there's a lot more civil liberties, and where leyline magic can grow to flourish where it is today. Because the gods don't want to be your guys' tyrants. They want to just be there for you like parents to children, or best friends to best friends. That's all that they want to do.
Like, you can have a personal history if not develop a number of different things with them, between hatreds, relations, even just mutual bounds with them. It's something that goes beyond just a typical portrayal of a deity in most stories.
Yeah, like, Ametista does take good care of trying her best to communicate with her deity. Only time it went downhill was literally when she was stuck in the black market. And that was mainly because her brain got scattered. Now that she's away from it, she can actually be more focused on it.
But that's for you guys, the audience at home, about why the deities for the upcoming series for Wavemakers whole games are different from other gods. I'm not trying to develop these things with all of these 6 incredible people that are the game makers to just make typical gods. I'm trying to do something different, unique, and special, where it's not the deity system is everything. Deities will be around, but they don't want to be your crutch. And I know a lot of people are just being like, but then I wouldn't have the whole special power of having Daddy God be the one to be my sugar Look, y'all need therapy. Get the fuck some therapy.
And let's face it, there will still always be a god that is wanting to be a sugar daddy. But
There will be.
But we're making it clear that that is not going to be for all gods. There will still be at least one as a joke.
Oh yeah, but I digress from all of that, because I know Strider right now is like, this is interesting. What about the property?
I didn't say nothing.
Anyways,
don't y'all make it think I'm just standing here bored to death.
I feel like he's writing mental notes, so like, okay, so how to flirt with the...
I don't fuck with... I do not fuck with gods. I do not fuck with gods.
It's a lot simpler than you think.
Do not fuck with gods.
Too late.
So
gods fuck with me.
Anyways, like, my main thing for the island is not only to help out with the dragons, for one. You know very well, before they get a chance to go there themselves, Amy's going to be asking Volan all these 20 questions on how to heal a dragon, for one. And explain intensely, like, what had happened. Because he would want to know before they just suddenly be like, oh yeah, we bought an island with dragons on it. There's more to it.
But are you guys buying it at this price, or are you going to try to negotiate more? I think is still like the crucial thing before moving forward. Okay.
That's why I was asking, was like, hey, do you guys want me to agree to it now?
If we do try to negotiate more, it does mean that we'll have to roll against an even higher DC. Do you have the confidence to pull on that?
No, I do not.
Then let's just take this deal.
Yeah, saving 5 million each is good.
Because we can't hand it off to someone else. You've done the roll. You're the one who has to do the next.
Okay.
So if this is the best you can do, then let's take that deal. Let's not push our luck too hard.
That sounds like it's a bit of a deal for me.
Okay, mommy, I'll get the paperwork. Where are you guys staying? Cause I can mail it over for you guys. Do you have you have like cash or card? I can do the whole paper transaction to do all the filing. You'll get it in like 2 days.
Disa takes the like stone card that she just got from the bank and hands it over to her.
Oh, you're banging.
We got money.
Dollars. Okay, that makes these a lot easier. And she then just taps the rune with her finger to then just all of a sudden see beams of light stream from it to hit the building, where you just hear a series of thumps upstairs before she's like, okay, and then hands back the card to you, where the group fund from the Dwarven Bank will be, as we've discussed, 10 million, 10 million, 6 million, 6 million.
Okay, because like again, while we're adventuring, if we find more treasure, we can always turn it into more